As a member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, Kendall Jenner, whether you like it or not, will go down in the history books as a successful member of pop culture. An icon in her own right. No longer a kid living in the shadow of her infamous elder sister, Kim Kardashian, who, incidentally, I also consider to be a creep. Kendall Jenner has claimed her seat on the throne of entertainment and Hollywood royalty. Kendall is widely regarded as being the least problematic of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. The most natural. The nice girl. Down to earth. A nerd.
I'm a nerd.
Animal lover.
I was obsessed with animals, I still am. I want to be on a farm in Wyoming with a ton of animals.
Cast into the spotlight against her will. I mean, she's so normal that she doesn't even know the names of celebrities.
I didn't have famous people on my wall. I'm not like cool like that. I barely know half the celebrities' names now.
Watch this video to the end, prepare to be gobsmacked, and then tell me in the comments whether you too believe that we as a society need to be more selective about the people that we choose to propel to such positions of fame, privilege, and power. Kendall Jenner, born in 1995 to parents Kris and Caitlyn Jenner, rose to fame in the reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But even before Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired, Kendall was born into a life of luxury and privilege.
Have you ever done a chore before in your life?
No.
You need to do something.
No.
It's not cute to be a brat.
Her mum, Kris Jenner, was an entrepreneurial businesswoman who had already launched a successful exercise equipment brand in the 90s.
And now I'm 30, riding down life's highway with my friends at my side. Everybody very happy, cause the girls are shining all the time. Like another fun-filled day.
And Father Caitlyn was a world-famous Olympian athlete.
Record! I spent a good part of my life getting ready for that day. I worked out a lot, ate a lot of Wheaties. Because a complete breakfast with Wheaties is good tasting and good for you.
Take it from Bruce Jenner. Wheaties is the breakfast of champions.
Now Kendall, having starred in Keeping Up with the Kardashians for 15 years of her life, has garnered quite a lot of fame. Like I said, she was generally regarded as being the nice girl, down to earth, a tomboy. Or at least that seems to be what Kendall herself wants the public to think. However, unfortunately for Kendall, rumors soon began to circulate that far from being the nice girl of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, she was in fact a closet mean girl. A rumor that she has been forced to deny many times.
What are some of the misconceptions that you've heard about yourself?
I think the one that I guess hurts the most is that people think I'm a mean girl, because that's just not the case. It can be upsetting when someone is questioning your character, and if only like people knew me.
But as is usually the case, where there is smoke, there is fire. And Kendall Jenner is in fact an asshole. Or at least that's what Corey Gamble, who is Kendall's mum, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, called Kendall when he had to let her know live on camera that she was indeed behaving like an asshole.
Let me tell you one thing, just so you understand. Kendall, you've been a rude person for years, man. You're an asshole when you feel like it. You get riled up for no reason.
Now, there are reasons that little Kendall Jenner has been accused of being a closet mean girl. She has been caught numerous times on camera when she doesn't even know she's being filmed, being rude to her fans. Like this time, when a fan politely and excitedly, might I add, asks Kendall for her autograph. Just look at the way Kendall reacts. The eye roll, the scowl. Like, would it kill her to smile? I don't know if Kendall realizes, but that's an actual human being that she's currently interacting with. It's free to be kind. Then there's this clip where Kendall momentarily pauses to smile for a fan's photo and then rudely pushes past her, leaving the fan open-mouthed in shock. I think someone needs to kindly sit Kendall down and explain to her that her fans are the very reason why she is in such a position of extreme wealth and privilege and power. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Kendall. And then there's the time that a security guard is ruining her posing on the red carpet. And instead of pausing to ask him to move over a little bit or simply, I don't know, step aside yourself as a normal human being with any kind of manners would do, Kendall pushes him. Okay, Kendall, let's just ignore the fact that this man is there to protect you. He's simply doing his job. But, I mean, birds of a feather flock together, and Kendall's friends don't seem to be any nicer.
Are you tired of stalking me? Tired of constantly watching my page from a fake account? Talking about me to all of your friends? And simply just being a fucking weirdo? Then you need to call a psychiatric ward. Because, bitch, you're obsessed.
Does this give anyone else schoolgirl bully vibes? Like that group with a superiority complex who think they're above everyone else? Like imagine being rich, famous, privileged beyond words, going out to dinner with your pals and deciding to record this? Like it's just so random, so uncalled for. What kind of adults actually behave that way? It's just so weird to me. Quick break to thank this video's sponsor, Aura. You don't have to be on Kardashian Jenner level of fame to fall victim to online fraud or identity theft. And with more and more of our lives and our finances being online, having online security is more important than ever. This is why millions of people choose to enlist additional protection from companies such as Aura to help protect them online. You might be one of those people who think, I'd never fall victim to an online scam. But people didn't lose $10.3 billion of their hard-earned money in 2022 alone through being silly. No, my friends, these scammers are insidious, and it can be very, very hard to avoid them when you're online. Some of the main protective benefits that you can expect from an Aura plan include financial fraud protection, identity theft protection, VPN and online privacy, antivirus protection, password manager and vault, spam call protection. That sounds like peace of mind to me. So if you want online protection for yourself or your family and Aura sounds like something that you are intrigued by, I will put the link to Aura's website in the description box down below so you can go over and read more about it, have a little look. Aura offers a 60-day money-back guarantee and a free trial, so you can try it out for free, see what you think, and give it a go. Then there's poor Kylie Jenner. Think about it, right? If Kendall behaves this way to her own fans, to strangers, to people paid to protect her, imagine how she treats her own family and her own little sister. We already know that Kendall has never liked Kylie trying to steal her shine. Do you guys remember that episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Kylie and Kendall both wanted to become models, but Kendall was the only one who momager Kris Jenner decided was worthy or pretty enough to become a model? Poor Kylie, on the other hand, I suppose, wasn't considered pretty enough, and so instead, Kris put all her time and attention into launching Kendall's modeling career, leaving Kylie behind in the dust. Instead of being supportive of her little sister though and trying to help her, Kendall instead accuses Kylie of trying to take her shine.
She's just trying to take my shine and that's not even cool.
Because obviously there's only room for one model in this family and it could only be Kendall.
Kylie, aren't you excited for your sister?
Yeah. She's just trying to take my shine and that's not even cool.
Guys always favor Kendall and it's so annoying.
Your day will come. Are your friends gonna be jealous?
Her sister will probably be more
Kylie?
annoyed than her friends.
I am so proud of Kendall right now.
Then there's the time that Kendall is filmed essentially bullying Kylie on camera and then accuses Kylie of being too sensitive.
It's funny, I was scared of Kendall for like the first 2 years I was friends with Kylie because they did not get along.
You look really good. It's my favorite tan. The bronzer is really thick, but you have really big body pores. Does that make sense? Wait, but your back pores? I love getting in there under spray tans. Don't be sensitive.
But you get along when you're together, right?
Most of the time.
I loved your hair yesterday. I love when you're normal Kylie hair, but then you put like bangs or something. I love the bangs.
This just screams narcissism to me. Kylie is clearly embarrassed and upset by the uncalled for insults and goes quiet. She doesn't retaliate, she doesn't bite back, she just sinks into herself. She just goes quiet. It's actually so sad to watch. This tweet basically sums it up. Then there's the fact that Kendall used to mock Kylie for having lip injections and other tweakments saying, no one needs anything, everyone is beautiful.
Your lips look amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Kendall said they were too big yesterday.
Are you talking about her lips? I don't know why you guys are even freaking out or talking about this though.
Why?
No one needs anything. Everybody's beautiful.
Yet this is the same girl who allegedly also has lip filler, who has allegedly had a nose job, a brow lift, copious amounts of filler and a boob job. Now I can't say whether that is true or not, however, the fact that she is a member of the Kardashian Jenner clan, where it seems like every single one of them and their pets has had something done. Either Kendall no longer thinks that everyone is beautiful and no one needs anything, or she's just a major hypocrite. Now we all know that Kylie Jenner has insecurities surrounding her face and her body. I mean, she wouldn't have changed basically every single thing about herself if she didn't. And it does make me wonder, could some of these insecurities have stemmed from having Kendall Jenner as your older sister? I mean, Kylie herself says that Kendall is her biggest bully.
Kylie, stop. Be honest. No, you're my biggest bully in life ever. Because you're my sister. But I'm
And she also said that she doesn't think that they would be friends if they weren't sisters. Now, considering the fact that Kendall essentially had her entire modeling career essentially handed to her on a silver platter thanks to Mamaja Chris, which Kendall herself has basically admitted.
I like presented the cutest like little modeling book to my mom when I was like 14, and then she did her Kris Jenner things and made it all come to life.
I spent the last 2 days calling everybody I know so I can make sure that I set Kendall up with the best modeling agency possible.
You'd think that she would be beyond grateful, right?
Nope.
If my mum worked that hard to grant me basically all my dreams and desires, and I barely had to lift a finger, you'd best believe that I would be showing her due respect and gratitude. If not in private, then at least on stage in front of thousands of people.
Changed my daughter's life. Thank you for helping me make her dream come true. We're here tonight to support you and say thanks.
But nope, not Kendall. And don't you dare mention that Kendall's sister Kim might have had a small part to play in her modeling career. It wasn't Kim who was encouraging Kendall to become a model, and it certainly wasn't Kendall who flounced out of the room like a spoilt child, wasting the time of both Kim and the modeling coach who were trying to help her.
Can we try it again? Sure. All right, great. Thank you. Go. Okay, stop.
Kendall?
Kendall, where are you going? Where are you going?
Kim, I really don't want to be here right now.
No, of course not. It was Kendall's obvious love of photography that got her into modeling.
You're the highest paid supermodel in the world.
Started with photography. I really loved photography, and I would take pictures of my friends, and then they'd be like, let me take pictures of you, and I just ended up really enjoying it. And it was like, I know it's kind of corny to say, but almost like destiny. Like, I think that was what was pushing me that direction.
And it's certainly not Kendall, who seems to act like a spoiled brat during professional business meetings.
Kylie is so crazy. Bro, this is making me, like, upset. I'm just like, are you serious? I thought Kylie and I came to an agreement about this whole party planning situation. This just killed my vibe. I need to go home.
But don't you think you would really benefit from this?
I'm literally going home.
Like, imagine being in a real job, in the real world, and during an important meeting, you get up and moodily announce that you're going home.
Bye, bitch.
Because your sister texted you about a party that you're both planning, and she killed your vibe. This is what happens when you've never had to work for anything, and privilege has been fed to you on a silver spoon your entire life. You can tend to start to act like an entitled, spoilt brat. And because she has never really had to work for anything her entire life, Kendall is so out of touch with the realities of living in the real world.
Just gotta chop up some cucumber. It's pretty easy.
There you go, girl. Be careful, because I nicked myself the other day.
I don't know, I'm kind of scared.
There you go.
Don't cucumbers have seeds? Oh yeah, there we go. I definitely am not a good cutter, so don't zoom in on me.
That she even mocks real working models who have to, I don't know, work for a living. In an interview for Love magazine, Kendall is quoted as saying, "Since the beginning, we've been super selective about what shows I would do. I was never one of those girls who would do like 30 shows a season or whatever the fuck those girls do." Kendall doesn't seem to realize that the reason she has the option to be super selective about the shows that she does in her job is because she doesn't actually need the money. Some models actually need to work to pay their bills, feed their families, keep a roof over their heads, almost like it's their job and not just for fun or a vanity project. Fellow model Teddy Quinn-Livin summed it up beautifully when she responded to Kendall's remark on Instagram saying, "If you are lucky as a model, you might make enough to not be in debt to your agency. Maybe even move out of the model apartment. Models don't just come from Calabasas, they come from Somalia, the Siberian tundra, a rural village in China, a trailer park in Tennessee." Dior model Daria Strukus was similarly unimpressed with Kendall's judgment, retorting, "Whatever the fuck those girls do is do their very best to make their way up and try to make some money so that they can provide for themselves and their families. Oh, and it's 70 shows a season, by the way, and we're all fucking proud of every single one of the girls that did it." Is it any wonder that Kendall isn't exactly popular amongst her colleagues, most of whom had to work extremely damn hard to achieve even half the level of success and earnings that Kendall has? But you see, Kendall is well known, not necessarily for her illustrious career and strong work ethic, but for taking on jobs that, shall we say, are a little bit ill-advised. Working with brands on advertisements that, instead of promoting said brand in a favorable light, actually have the opposite effect and end with the brand having to apologize and defend their mistake, like that time she clickbaited the entire internet that she was coming out with some huge, groundbreaking, heartbreaking secret that she'd been keeping from the entire world her entire life.
When I was 14, I couldn't reach as many people as I can now. Now that I'm 22 and I have this whole thing behind me, I can speak to so many people and just be like, I can help you, and it's okay. And I experience it. I'm very normal, and like, I understand you. Like, I can connect with you. I'm gonna try and help.
I mean, her mum was even playing along with this whole charade, adding to the suspense. People were thinking she was going to come out with something truly important, and then it turns out it was all a marketing ploy for a bloody Proactive advertisement. Are you serious? It was all a build-up for advertising face wash. Having acne was her big secret. Like, girl, we've seen you grow up. We know you had acne. 3 bloody quarters of the world's population has had acne. For Kendall to tell her millions, hundreds of millions, actually, of young fans that it was Proactive that cleared her skin, when really it wasn't Proactive at all, but a fancy Hollywood dermatologist named Christy Kidd. Kylie told us that back in 2015. She said that the family dermatologist Christy Kidd cured Kendall's acne. So does that mean that it wasn't Proactive? I mean, Kendall herself shared this video of Christy on her Kendall Jenner website. Not to mention, on Christy's own website, she details the products that Kendall actually uses. I think Kendall forgets that whatever you say on the internet is essentially there forever, and that people want authenticity. People aren't stupid, and they will find out if you are lying to them for a buck. And this is not the only time that Kendall pissed people off majorly with her choice of advertising partners. In 2017, Kendall partnered with Pepsi in a commercial that was widely criticized as downplaying the Black Lives Matter movement. Pepsi claimed that the ad was trying to project a global message of unity, peace, and understanding. Yet after a huge uproar, it was pulled from TVs a day after it went live, as the public saw it more as exploiting the nationwide movement in support of Black Lives Matter. What a bloody disaster for Pepsi and for Kendall. In the ad, Kendall is in the midst of an unspecified protest, but with glaring similarities to the protests for the Black Lives Matter movement. In the ad, she brazenly walks up to a policeman and hands him a can of Pepsi, and suddenly police brutality isn't a thing anymore, and social justice is served, and all is right with the world thanks to the combined powers of Kendall Jenner and a can of Pepsi. Is it any wonder that this ad didn't go down particularly well? Kendall was reportedly devastated at the response to the ad and was filmed crying on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And to be fair, I think she probably didn't even realize that the ad could be taken as badly as it was, because she is so far out of touch with the realities of living in the real world and everyday people and world issues. She likely thought that the ad was just another run-of-the-mill work contract that she would be paid a reported $2 million for. Now, she may have done this and just kept quiet about it, but if she really was as devastated as she made out, and that her involvement may have hurt many, many people and offended so many others, she could have considered donating a portion or even all of the money she earned from doing the ad to charity. It's just an idea, considering she is apparently the world's highest paid model and she can afford to be choosy about how many shows she does. It's not like she's hard up for cash. Maybe Kendall ought to be as choosy about the brand collaborations that she works on as she is about how many catwalk shows she does. But Kendall's rather disastrous work attempts don't end there. In May 2021, Kendall launched her own brand. Now, if you thought it was a makeup or clothing line, like her sisters, considering the fact that Kendall actually works in the industry as a model, you'd be wrong. If you thought that Kendall, due to being a self-proclaimed nerd and animal lover, that her business might have something to do with animals or, I don't know, science, you'd be wrong too. No. Kendall launched a tequila brand. Obviously. Now, considering that most of Kendall's fan base are likely young females, heavily promoting alcohol, let alone something as strong as bloody tequila, is not necessarily a smart choice. Indeed, Kendall has been blasted for promoting irresponsible drinking and binge drinking, which I tend to agree with. It would be a very silly thing to drink tequila straight from the bottle. Your liver likely won't enjoy that, but that's exactly what Kendall and Kylie are filmed doing and putting out on YouTube to their young audience. I get that she's trying to advertise her alcohol brand and make some more money, but not at the expense of the health of her young fans. Like, come on, woman. Imagine some young fan of Kendall Jenner's wanting to be just like her idol, Kendall Jenner, purchasing a bottle of 818 because, yes, that can be done whether you're underage or not. Kids these days know where to find things that they shouldn't, and drinking it straight from the bottle like they see their idol doing. It's just irresponsible in my eyes. Surely Kendall, being in the position that she's in, has some kind of responsibility to her young audience to promote responsible alcohol consumption if she's going to promote alcohol so heavily on her socials.
That's where I want to be. Getting wasted. Getting wasted. Like, the drunk part is cool.
I mean, she even has Kylie, who arguably also has a very young fan base, pouring tequila straight from the bottle into their open mouths. Come on, girls, you know better than this. Now, if you fancy a little tipple after all this tequila talk, consider purchasing a bottle from a family-owned, small batch, traditionally Mexican brand. I'm sure they would appreciate the business. Now, to give Kendall the benefit of the doubt, having grown up literally her pretty much entire life on TV, being a member of the Kardashian Jenner clan, I mean, it can't be easy. But, I mean, she could be like Rob and just kind of like disappear into the background and live your own personal private life, but she chooses not to, which makes me think that she doesn't mind the fame and the fortune and the power that comes with that. But I'd be interested to know you guys' perspective on Kendall Jenner. Are you a huge Kendall Jenner fan? If so, why? I want to know. Love your guts, guys, and I'll see you in my next video where I hopefully don't sound as dosed and stuffed up as I do today.